Hello and welcome to my 99th video. I'm going to be going over how I pick a motorcycle and hopefully maybe it'll help you. Now if you want to get a vintage motorcycle, I'm not trying to scare anyone away, but you have to ask yourself a couple of questions first. How much mechanical skill do I have and how much time do I have? You can decide whether to buy a vintage motorcycle that's already running, a project bike, something that's in between that you can fix up while it's running. I'm going to go over 5 or 6 bikes here, show you what's available around here and what I would suggest. Depending on your level of skill as far as restoration, do you want to get a project bike? Again, if you buy one that's already running, you're going to have an upfront cost. Much more than a project bike. Not to say that a project bike's not going to cost you as much in the long run, depending on how far you go and how much it needs. But if they equal out to be about the same price, your project bike, you're going to know inside out, and it's probably going to have a lot more newer parts because wheel bearings, steering head bearings, all that grease is going to be 50 years old in both bikes no matter what, unless somebody's already restored the other bike. So you're probably looking at doing that anyway. Now, you may have the mechanical skills, and if you don't, you can gain that with time, but you can't gain time unless you have somebody else do the work. So do you have the patience and motivation to see it all the way through? So many project bikes out there have been taken apart, frames chopped up because someone wants to make a cafe or a bobber or something out of them, or chopper, and that's how they leave them. They run out of it. So if it's your first bike, you want to keep it something simple like a 1 or 2 cylinder, like my CB350. There are so many parts for those bikes out there that project is actually pretty easy. All right. So it's time for me to pick my next project. Let's see what's available out there. So I'm at my computer. I want a bike that's local. Someplace I don't have to go too far. I bought a few bikes on eBay and have to have them transported, and that's an expense in itself. So here we go. First bike, 1966 Honda Dream. But he says he's not sure exactly what year it is and has no paperwork for it. There's also 2 bikes as well. One is all stripped down. These were 305cc bikes, and there's actually plenty of them still available. And parts for them, so that's a great candidate for restoration, kind of for any level restore. Now 1984 Yamaha VMAX. This is the cheapest VMAX I've seen for sale. 80s bikes are not what I usually go for, but this bike was very fast for its day. I'm going to say that this one's not for the novice restorer, but a bike anyone would be thrilled to have and ride. Next one, Yamaha SX 360. Only available for 2 years, 76 and 77. Though he doesn't list the year, I think this one's a 77. There was a disc brake model for this as well. Cool little bike that I think a novice could learn how to restore. 1971 Honda CB500. Here's a bike that I would definitely consider as my next project if it wasn't so far away. It's missing the carbs, but I think that this is a cool bike. It's not a there and back one-day trip for me though. But for $400, someone's going to be very happy with this bike. Lastly, a bike currently available that I would recommend to a first-time fixer-upper. 1975 KZ400. It's all there, looks in decent shape. He says it has sparks. It only has 1,800 miles on it. This is a bike you could get running and gather parts to restore as you go, or just ride it. $700? I think this bike's a steal. Now, you also got to be careful how much you put into a bike as to what it's worth. I mean, the KZ400, I don't know what that bike is worth when it's all said, done, and restored. But you don't want to sink, thousands of dollars into a bike that's only worth, a couple of thousand there. Those are just a few of the many bikes that are out there. And you know what? I'm going to go look at a different bike this weekend, and I'm probably going to come home with it. And for my 100th video, I'm going to let you in on what it is. So tune into that episode. Take care, and thanks for watching.